I'm on a date tonight, so I'll have to just look good at. No, I'll just do it in front of her, actually.
Going, he's kept going, he's scored! Oh, Stockport pressure. And a superb goal. Johnny did it. Lisa! Rose trying to get the ball in. Wilkinson!
It's a 5-star performance from Stockport County.
All right, we got a small house, but we got a big bloody heart, I tell you.
Hello and welcome to your 71st episode of SK3 TV, the show for the thinking county fan. As long as that fan's thinking, oh, it's Sunday night, I wish there was over an hour of top live county content to get in my ear holes and my eye holes and whatever other holes I fancy. We're filling all the holes of county content. Not all of them. Well, wish no more, because every Sunday we're here from 8 onwards talking all things what are to do with county, and let's face it, some stuff that isn't. With me, Nick, and of course it's Hannah. Hello.
Hi.
We're back.
Back. I've been working from pub this afternoon.
Working from pub on a Sunday.
So I feel like I am prepared. I have no notes. It's all in my head. But, you know.
Did you keep the receipts? Because you can put them on your expense account.
Oh.
Just bring them to me by the end of the financial year.
Okay.
And we'll sort that out.
Are we operating on April? Or do you know what?
Is that the financial year?
Anyway, because they probably said to me, like, do you want a receipt? And I was all, no, I'm a strong, independent woman, can buy my own wine, actual wine, 2 days in a row.
This is why people are here this week. Let's be honest.
This is what
no one wants to hear us talk about football.
Has driven me
we
to.
want the wine talk.
Clearly. Yeah. 7.5 years. And I'm not even on day one because I had wine again today. So, yeah.
2 days in a row.
I know. Well, there are very tight parameters that need to be followed. So I can't drink. There's so much about me and my old drinking habits. I can't drink at home. I can't drink on my own. I can only drink things that there are not a valid alcohol-free substitute for. So that's basically red wine, margaritas, and martinis. But I'm staying off the martinis because even at my drunkenness, most drunk, you know what I mean. Martinis ruined me. So I don't think it's a good idea. Because the other interesting thing is not only, so I was talking to someone yesterday and I said, oh, have you seen Steve Evans' weight loss? I was like, yeah, he looks like so different. And I was like, you know what? I've lost more weight than Steve Evans. And we had a bit of a talk about this. Like, how can that be? Like, he was a very big man. And is now less big, and I was looking at like how can that be? And then I sent you the fit. I'll put it on Twitter later. I found a pair of shorts that fitted me when it was the month before I went on holiday. No, it was the holiday, which is the month before I went on Manjaro, and suddenly Steve Evans, I could have given runner up for his money, I think. So, yeah. But that also kind of leads into I'm a proper lightweight now. I'm such a cheap date with my...
Oh, you've got to come out for Foodie Friday. It's the law.
Well, there'll be food there, so I'm allowed.
They got sorted. We will be there. Look at us. Look how wholesome that was.
I know. Responsible drinking.
Well.
Me. For now.
Responsible drinking for you. Yeah, for now. I'll carry on as I have been. God, if I didn't drink on my own, I wouldn't drink.
I know. Well, I'm hoping that's the point. I did although I am now inserting myself in social situations that I wouldn't normally bother with. So this afternoon, when I say I was doing pod prep, I was doing pod prep in the pub where I ordered a roast so that I was legitimately allowed to drink red wine. I feel like I'm finding some loopholes.
Yeah, it's like the first episode of The In-Betweeners, where they're all like 17 and they get served in the pub by ordering carveries.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, so it's a Ladybrook in Bramall, really nice roast. Say like I'm surprised, but there was cauliflower cheese. It was a good one. Very recommend it.
I've been looking for somewhere to go for a roast on a
well, there you go.
So maybe
Yeah.
I'll report back when I go.
Yeah, it's good. Wi-Fi was good, so you can, dick about on Stats Bomb while everyone else is watching United and City. Ugh.
Oh god, yeah, that was today, wasn't it? Oh, there's absolute wazzocks everywhere today.
So yeah, that's been my post county yesterday therapy, let's call it.
Yeah. Well, what we'll do, we'll get onto that. It's not as packed a show as usual today because we've only got one game to talk about. There's no transfer window goings on.
No, nothing. Like literally, there is nothing to talk about outside of the on the pitch stuff. Nothing.
Yeah. No circus, no monkeys, no elephants, nothing.
Definitely no elephants.
Absolutely nothing. Right. Let's get on to. Oh yes. So with that in mind, that it's not as packed a show as normal, I do have We're going to take a deep dive into the murky and quite hilarious world of county Facebook group posts. There's been an all-timer this week, Hannah. And it doesn't fit either the unapproved section or inexplicably approved, because I can see why it was approved because it was brilliant, but we'll get on to that.
I mean, I can also report from my morning of fighting in Courier Dye's Instagram comments that kept me entertained for a little while, probably longer than it should have done because I'm a grown adult woman.
Yeah, we've all been arguing this weekend. It's been good. People make it too easy.
I'm full in like just be nice mode. Anyway, we can get.
Yeah, we're so wholesome. Look at us, like actual adults.
Actual wholesomeness. And if I'd have thought about it, we could also have tied in Steve Evans to Rotherham in some kind of, weird trajectory that we didn't get to. I've also got We Do Not Care Club, but in the excitement of ordering the glasses, which have now arrived, and then the urgent need for no reason whatsoever to have a framed picture of an elephant, I was very late to the party, so it's a bit less organized than it has been previously, but we'll get there. But I've got that's the important thing.
The glasses are the thing,
I might just leave them on. I reckon people take me more seriously.
What if they don't though? What if they see it as like a comedy thing and just start laughing at you in the street and telling you to put the glasses on? Honestly,
I feel like it's not that different from what happens normally. So I reckon I'm psychologically prepared for that. And when you, me, and Philbin go out together, we'll look like, I don't know, I'll
scientists.
Look like yeah.
Scientists. We'll go with scientists, and we'll go with the admin. We are, of course, very proudly sponsored by Blackbird Kitchen on the pans at Gorilla Manchester, on the grills at Impossible Manchester, and also on the fryers at Lens Chippy Droylsden. Hannah, admin, tell the people what to do.
I was just writing notes. Like I've got one now. They should definitely like and subscribe, for
Yeah.
all of the latest county updates and news first on a Sunday night.
On a Sunday night, apart from when one of us is busy on a Sunday night and we have to do Monday night instead. But
Well,
mostly
do you know
Sunday.
what? Actually, I've got something to tell you. I should be at this very minute watching Pride and Prejudice in Lyme Park with a veritable feast of food that my friends had planned. I probably would have been back on the wine. I don't know whether it's raining at the moment, but that's where I was supposed to be, because I did again forget that we did a podcast on Sunday night, and
Maybe one day you'll get used to it.
I don't know. But so I'm here instead of perving Mr. Darcy at Lyme Park.
Oh, Mr. Darcy will still be there in the future, Hannah. Don't worry.
Well, he won't be on a absolutely enormous screen, will he? I just need it to rain.
I'll
As soon as
hire
it
hire
rains,
one for you.
I'll feel like vindicated by my decision. It's dark though. What's that about? It's 8:15.
What's that? What are all that about?
Oh,
Right, like and subscribe. We've done that. Next Saturday we are of course away, which means it's Jonathan the Geordie Hatter with the Away Day show from 9:30 in the AM on Saturday, and we'll of course drop the playlist on our playlist on Sunday.
Another big life update from me. I'm back on the Spotify, so I can actually listen to it now, because I've been on Apple Music for a while and never really,
of course, yeah. So was I for a bit.
never
Then I
really
was
gelled with it, quite honestly. So I'm back on Spotify with my curated playlists and massive gaps in my listening, because I can't remember when I cancelled it, about a year ago, I think.
Oh, your Spotify Wrapped will be very interesting.
I know. Yeah, it's all good.
Right, I think I'm trying to think whether we should get onto the football or if we should dig out. If I should dig out this post on Facebook.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what. Let me do the We Do Not Care Club. So I really want to put my glasses on, if I'm being honest.
Oh yes, that's first. Yes,
right.
yes.
Okay, right. Oh no, have I got reflection? Right.
Oh, Hannah, you've been advised by Ian Brown. You can also, great luck for starters.
Ian Brown.
Ian Dowden, sorry, has. It's because I've got a Stone Roses t-shirt and under here. And
I know one of them.
Oh yeah.
Well, no, I don't.
Probably the best one as well. You can now click the hype button as well on YouTube. No idea what it does, but click it. Think of it as a big red button that says "Do not press," and just succumb to it.
That sounds a bit too edgy, I think.
Edgy. Yeah, maybe it'll put like emojis on the screen, and they'll all be doing like the Harlem Shake or Gangnam Style or whatever's cool. Gangnam Style. Anyway, do your thing. Do what we're all here for.
Okay. Hello and welcome to the Stockport County branch of the We Do Not Care Club. The We Do Not Care Club was stolen from a lady on Instagram and was started to provide new and existing members for various, I can't even remember why we started it, but we've got some announcements. I need my pen. I'm not even going to try and do it with my teeth this week, because it genuinely trying to go to the dentist this week. Right. So, we do not care that Sheffield United lost 5-0 on Friday, that their manager is, well, actually, it was reported today that he has been sacked. He was widely expected to be sacked. Poor Louis Barry finds himself and without someone to steer the ship again. But we don't care. We do not care.
Irrelevant.
It's no consequence to us whatsoever. We do not care. But just saying, and we don't condone betting, but 16-1. Right. Next announcement. Hang on, I can cross that off now. That's the bet. So bloody satisfying. Right. We do not care that Manchester City won 3-0. That was it. What was the last one? That was, I think that was it actually. Yeah, this concludes our announcements this week for all new and existing members. Yeah, if someone could remember to send me some next week, we won't have this level of incompetence again. Thanks.
Would you like me to send you some?
Yeah.
No, but then I wouldn't be surprised by it and transfixed. So
well, right, yeah, okay.
Right, one last thing before the football then.
Yeah.
County Facebook group post of the week.
Really, I was so excited about this feature when we came up with it.
Yeah.
And now I feel like it's like on Pointless. Like years ago on Pointless, if there was a geography, a countries round, and you said like Central African Republic, it'd always be Pointless.
Yeah.
And then after years of Pointless being on, people would know to say like Central African Republic, so it wouldn't be Pointless. And it feels like that's what's happened with this feature now. This feature finally ate itself this week when one of the admins on the Facebook group sent me the post before they approved it. So this might be the last time we get to hear that jingle. Sent me the post, approved it. There was a pile on. The member ended up leaving the group in the end, either leaving or getting banned. It was absolutely wild. So,
and when you, oh right, go on, yeah.
So for a bit of background, obviously, a bit of a meme has cropped up this week that has essentially been "fuck off, Callum."
Yeah.
If you know, you know. If you don't, then just feel free to spam the comments for the rest of the episode and really annoy me. So I wonder if I should do this in a voice. No, let's not. This post is exactly what I'm talking about. It's posted by an anonymous cretin and states, "Fuck off, Callum." I'm sure many of you have seen it, as many of you liked it or laughed. What a load of crock. A request to take the post down has been ignored by the admin people, so they must approve that it is okay. I'm disgusted with the admin's attitude to this. It is not a post we want on this forum, especially when many children have access to it. So many children have access to it. Hold on to that thought. I'm even more disgusted by anonymous. If you don't have the balls to identify yourself, then fuck off, anonymous. I don't want to see your shit. I don't want to read your shit. I don't want the kids to see or read your shit. And also, I don't want the players to hear about your shit. Ban me if you want, admin, but give me the chance to tell the group you have banned me. Oh, we are so back.
And this particular poster I really enjoyed last week because he kept he wasn't happy that his diatribes were not getting the attention that he thought that they deserved in the comments. So he kept starting new posts just to carry on the argument. So yeah, I mean, there are some high emotions at the moment. People are not behaving normally. Some people have started drinking again after 7.5 years. But yeah, that group feels like it was new levels last week.
Yeah, I stayed clear because I saw a few posts and I was like, oh no. And then there was more yesterday, but yesterday wasn't really. I'm sure we'll do positives and negatives. I think that's the best way to do it because there were plenty of positives. But first, because that feature we've just done is now officially dead, we'll bookend it with the jingle again, just to hear it one more time.
You're on Approved County Facebook group post of the week.
Unapproved County Facebook group post of the week, 2025 to 2025. Rest in peace. We hardly knew ye. Right, on to the football. Don't think anyone, first and foremost. Courtyard, no vegan options. Doesn't bother me 51 weeks a year, but yesterday
Well, it will now.
it bothered me. Not happy. Strongly worded letter.
I love this. I love that we would I would normally take the piss out of vegans. I don't know many, but I will absolutely fight to the death for Ben and now Laura to have vegan options in the courtyard, even at the expense of meats options.
Yeah, and loads of people were ordering the meatballs, but not one of them said, "Oh, these meatballs are the dog's bollocks." So if no one's going to make that joke, then they shouldn't be ordering a food like that. You need the dad joke flow.
Did you have them and like sit and eat them in front of her? Like, oh
No, I'm not an animal.
girls.
I didn't really fancy them, full stop, though. I just woke up after work as well. You can't be throwing meatballs down as what is basically my breakfast.
I was in the 1883, and like, I mean, I know we've joked about this in the past, but I still haven't seen us lose when I've been in the 1883 in a normal league game. We're ignoring the Leighton Orient playoff game because that just didn't happen anyway. So that record is intact. So if anyone would like to donate towards my ongoing presence in the 1883,
the buy me a coffee link is in the description.
That would be
hard to corporate. This could become a long running thing. Like, if, as you'd expect, we probably hopefully will. There's a bit of positivity. If our form picks up and we are challenging for promotion at the end of the season, then it's going to be really. If this run carries on, then it's in everyone's interests.
Well, the run can only carry on with my presence there. I've already sorted Reading out. Well, I haven't. Someone has sorted Reading out for me. So we're good for that game as well. I don't know what comes after that. And I am out of the country for a few games at some point. So, yeah, it's all good. But yeah, if anyone wants to take me to the 1883, then we will at least get a point.
Sorted. And a point we did get. So I think for starters, no one's getting 11 out of 11 on FanHub. We're certainly in that phase now.
Do you know what? I think that's kind of my biggest issue, but we'll get there in our kind of roundabout positives and negatives and conclusions.
So we'll sort of go mentally. We'll go both chronologically.
I think Matt Bryan wants us to remember what happened on September the 11th, and genuinely, like, there's been football is football, right? But there's been some awful things in the world this week, and horrible news this morning. So let's frame that with it is just football.
Yeah. Let's not lose sight of the fact. Let's not lose our shit over 96 minutes of fantastic football followed by 1 minute of terrible football.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Perspective, people. Right, I'm thinking we should go like both chronologically, but also sort of do, because it will work like that anyway. The negatives didn't come till very, very late, really.
Okay.
As late as a negative could possibly come. So surprise team selections, but is it a surprise team selection if every week is a surprise team selection?
No. We've got a lot of options at the moment, and we were told that there were going to be changes, right? So it shouldn't be a surprise, arguably. I think that's kind of takes you back to where I think that's kind of half the issue. Like, we know that when Charlie kind of hits winning form, he then doesn't change the team. So benefits from continuity, from it's all self-fulfilling. And what's happening at the moment is we don't have that run of good form. There are lots of changes, so you kind of, it's like a double jeopardy, because then you lose the continuity as well. And I think it'd be really interesting to see what happens against Rotherham on Saturday, because for me, and we can start with this as a positive, we very much won the first half. I mean, arguably we won the first
95 minutes
or so. Well, there are stats that would suggest otherwise.
I think 55 to 60 is the turning point.
But
start making subs.
That said, and so for me, that's this. I would go back to the starting lineup from next Saturday, because that for me was a team that was playing well together. I mean, I always talk about these graphics and I never actually share them. I will do one week because they are really interesting, but also I quite like explaining them. But like all the passing network in the first half compared to the second, it's completely different. But the strength of passes, the XG is good. Like, it was a really good first half.
Yeah. I mean, we've talked before about, it's like become a common trope in Charlie's interviews now, about players banging on his door for a chance and not taking it. Odin Bailey fits as one of those players.
Yeah.
And people were shocked that he was starting, but he was a strong contender for man of the match, I thought.
He was really good, and he I mean, we had a lot more players this time in the kind of higher touches, higher XG. Odin Bailey, from the first half, he was kind of more like left-sided, moved across into the middle more in the second half. But it felt like he was everywhere, and he was, I hate the word hungry, but he looked like he really appreciated the start, and I think he took the opportunity that was offered to him and was brilliant.
Yep, I look forward to not seeing him until the Salford BDSM game now. in classic fashion. No, he should by rights be starting. And he's a player that doesn't tend to get as many injuries as some others. So you just know now that he's played his way into the 11, that's when the injury will come. It just feels like classic County at the moment. That.
Yeah, I mean, he come on last season as a sub when we had Louis, and would play his socks off, but we were winning at the time, so it was, again, you go back to that starting 11, and he seemed to partner really, really well with Louis, and it'd be interesting to see. So a lot of his passes yesterday were from the left to Jack Diamond, and that's another thing that we lost in the second half. I mean, obviously, at some point he came off, didn't he?
Yeah.
There was that, like, same with Brecky as well. The three of them were like positionally much further forward, but massively lose that passing network that we had because we just weren't getting anything up to the pitch.
Yeah, it's very noticeable as well. I mean, first, it's the same story again. This is why you can't pin it all on one player, because even as Chandler said in his interview afterwards, there were umpteen chances. We should have been out of sight by half time. So Benno's had the header straight at the keeper. He's had the shot where he's hit the post. He's had one deflected wide. So there's been chances before. The penalty, a lot of people will maybe not have noticed, came from Kyle Wootton not giving up and pressing from the front, as he's very good at. What was the first? I was surprised to see it given. Weirdly,
It's
I thought
funny.
it was a penalty, but
It was a penalty, and as was the one in the second half.
Yes, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It felt soft at the time. But you take it. I didn't watch it. I did my normal thing because I'm so used to being on the pop side. I find it really weird turning around in the main stand. And the last time I did it was the Leyton Orient game. So I'm like, right, I can't. So I need to look the other way. I could see Emma, who was where she was for the Leyton Orient game. And last time I watched Emma's reaction. It's like, right, I'm not doing that again. So I was looking at this bloke like in front, and you catch people's eyes and they realize what you're doing as opposed to just being really rude. And he was like, "You're not watching?" I was like, "No, never watch."
No,
like,
you don't watch. Don't do penalties, do you?
Yeah, no, don't do it. And then afterwards, I was like, "Dan, was it a good penalty?" Yeah, it was a good penalty.
It was a good penalty.
I'm slightly concerned about who's going to take penalties. Should we not have Ollie Norwood? Well, we know actually, don't we? Because who
else took one? Well, Callum Camps has been the taker previously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. Yes, it was a penalty.
Yes, yeah. The same referee that we had against Wrexham towards the end of last season as well.
Yeah.
And
Simon Mather.
It's weird. It's the type of thing that you'd expect to be mentioned quite a lot during the game, but it wasn't. So he actually didn't have a bad game refereeing wise. I didn't think
it wasn't as bad as it could have been. I mean, there's 7 minutes at the end, but then there were a lot of substitutions. Like we both made, I think 5 substitutions. So
sometimes there was a head injury as well.
Yeah, that it does add up, and it's just one of those things, isn't it? But yeah, he wasn't. I mean, there was nothing wildly controversial. There were a few things that he didn't give, and but swings and roundabouts, in it, Nick.
Swings around. It is what it is. Swings and roundabouts. Other cliches are available. In terms of, probably should have been out of sight at halftime. A very, very good, very pleasing half. I don't think anyone had a bad word to say at halftime, apart from about us missing chances constantly.
No. What I would say though is that it was definitely a build, and that's reflected in the race chart as well, in terms of it was ramping up anyway from about 25 minutes in up to the goal. And then the goal was kind of, I guess, not the turning point, but it didn't slow the impetus at all. That said, we shouldn't be in a situation where our cumulative XG is over 2 and we've not scored any goals from open play. I don't Benno's stats good. He is where the goals should have come from, if you look at the stats, but that it's just not there. And there was a sitter, I think where he should have headed it down, which was the same as the Bradford game, I think. There was a Jack Diamond shot that could have been buried better. So for me, I mean, we'll get on to. I feel like we've gone. It's all gone tits up. I'm sorry.
You're right.
The storytelling aspect of it, and
no, it's fine.
Cardiff haven't conceded from open play yet. Nathan Trott, who is Cardiff's goalkeeper, his stats are impeccable. Obviously 100% of saves, because the one goal he has conceded was a penalty. His percentage and right, we've talked about this, and I'm just going to be really kind of honest. The stats, Corey's stats have saved him a little bit over the last couple of weeks, because the way that they're calculated, they're looking at expected saves, they look at saves against average. And so if you look at someone like Nathan Trott, those stats are out of this world. Corey's, for the first time yesterday, dipped below his expected saves is something like 69%, and he's at 59%, right? So it's -10. It's not the worst in the league by any stretch of the imagination, but it has changed, and that's largely because he was mostly bored yesterday.
Yeah.
There was not much going on. So what's happened is other people's stats have shifted and changed because of, you know, the shots that they're facing and saving, because, you know, we all know that Corey Adai can pull off some absolutely outstanding saves.
Yeah.
They kind of they factor in, and, you know, they improve, and it's almost the counterbalance for the goals that you do concede. So this week we can't necessarily look to the goalkeeping stats to, you know, and similarly, we said before that his goals conceded was always going to be higher because the shots that he is facing is higher. And again, obviously that wasn't necessarily the case yesterday. That said, I really have messed this up now. This should have been like, in conclusion, but I've started, so I'll finish because I'll forget.
Yes.
I've just got to, I'll tell you about that later. It's something completely different that I remembered from years ago, and no one would expect me to. But if I remember, like, I'll forget what I'm about to say in 2 minutes. I've probably already forgotten it now. But the difference yesterday was that if you concede a goal in the 97th minute, having played like you did, then it should be 3-1. 2-1 at the very least, and that goal, it's an annoyance and it stops you having a clean sheet, but it doesn't take points away, it doesn't change anything, and it comes back to the kind of collective responsibility. And I think even, yes, okay, the tactical changes, the substitutions made a big difference, and, you know, we weren't in a position, you look at the player map and they're all defenders, they're all back in a straight line, and no one's send the ball forward. And that's, for me, that's the criticism, that we didn't have the finishing, we didn't have the, I guess, clinical finishing that we needed. Anyway, sorry. Let's go back.
The blame for the dropping of the point seems to have gone a couple of different ways. So there's the main way you've seen people mentioning that we'll get onto, because it took place at the end of the game. But in terms of, I've seen a lot of people criticising the subs that were made. Now, so if you look at it, 73rd minute, they've already gained a foothold. They've just made their second lot of subs and finished using all 5. So it's Camps for Bailey, which you think, fair enough. That's pretty much a straight swap in the formation we're playing. And then it's the SK3 TV sponsored away Owen Moxon on for Andresen. Andresen, who I would say, in terms of his build-up play and his involvement, that was probably his best game for us. I know he had the Blackpool game where he came on and scored 2 last season, but in terms of all-round performance, he was really good. Particularly I'm surprised he lasted as long as he did, given he played 2 games for Iceland under 21s last week.
Stats-wise, I mean, across the season, weirdly, which just shows the impact that he has when he does play. It's just astonishing. He was the best player on the pitch for us. I've not looked, in fairness, at Cardiff, but I can't imagine that there's much to contribute given their XG was way below 1 for the entirety of the game.
I mean, you look at Moxon on for Andresen, and then you think, well, could we do with an extra body in midfield now that they're pushing us a bit more? Probably yes. At the same time, though, this is the start of us really isolating Kyle Wootton for the last 20 minutes or so, which had a very detrimental effect on us. Then 82 minutes, it's O'Keefe on for Onyango. No problem with that. Onyango had a very good game again. Seemed to tire late on, which is not surprising.
I've just found a new setting on.
Oh my God.
It's like, can I share my screen? Like, is that a thing that I can do?
Yeah, there's a thing.
Media
thing
assets.
at the bottom.
How do I do
No,
that?
at the bottom.
Yeah, right,
at the bottom.
This
Present or invite.
horribly wrong. What else have I got open?
Oh yeah, that's always the worry.
Right, hang on. Let me save it. Go on, just carry on talking. I've just found the best thing.
Well, Onyango is clearly struggling with cramp. O'Keefe is the natural other player in that position. So I think it's Connolly for Diamond in stoppage time, which is the one people might be referring to. Because we weren't getting anything into Kyle Wootton anyway, and then we're going to get even less at that point. There's no pace on the counter. It did almost weirdly feel inevitable, the goal, even though it's not like they're having clear-cut chances. It just felt like it was going to come, and then for it to come in that way is more frustrating, I think.
Yeah, it's lost my mouse now. Everything's gone wrong. This is what happens when you try and do technology, apparently.
Did you press present or invite at the bottom?
No, my mouse has stopped working. Right, okay. Right. Image file. It's gonna be worth it, I promise. It's gonna be even more worth it for the people who are listening to this and can't see it. We'll have to do like a visual
we'll do like the weather map type thing. We'll do like one of them. You can stand in front of a giant green screen and do it.
Gallery, is it there? Oh, there it is. Oh, it's a thing of beauty. You ready? This is Brecky or Benno compared to the rest of the league, right? So his stats are the red. The league average is the blue, right? And this just for so the date range is only for Saturday. So it's only for the game on Saturday. And I don't know whether it'll be really, really small, but you can see like on the right-hand side, like what those numbers correlate to.
Yeah.
And how high how high they are on a percentile base. Like 100, 98, 99.
That's
90,
mad, that.
198. It's absolute. That's why I wanted to share it, because I couldn't do it justice.
I love how I've made this needs to become a regular thing, because I've just made a point that I thought was reasonably good but might not be backed up, and then you've just immediately backed it up with stats.
Yeah. So he just needs to bloody score. Because he is absolutely stats wise, and I mean look at that, league average, so it's 90. He's played 0.8 of a 90, whereas the league average at this stage is 7.6. So he's obviously played a lot less, but that's, averages are averages. So yeah,
now that's cool.
Clever, isn't it?
We'll do this every week. We'll do this every single week. Before we get on to that big moment at the end, then
how do I get rid of it now? Can you get rid of it?
I'll do it, love. Don't worry. Bosh. There we go.
There we
Done.
go.
No messing. So what do you think it says to us. This is not a sentence that makes sense. What do you take from the fact that Lowe and Mothersill both remained on the bench when, in hindsight, maybe one or both of them would be nice?
I get it. I get that the focus was on kind of preserving the lead, but that also meant, metaphorically and physically, sitting back, and that was the undoing ultimately. Yeah, I mean, Nathan, both. I don't think Mothersill had played against Wolves, did he? But obviously Nathan Lowe did.
Yeah.
I think it's just that we've got, like he said in the pre-match interview, that he wanted to make sure that Callum Camp's got some time. So that was, and you know, I think everyone wanted to see him back as well. But in a situation where we've got the chances, we just need, and you know, a striker coming on with fresh legs can do wonders. I don't know. I'm sure there was a really good reason.
I mean, it's tough to criticise that decision too much anyway, given that if he had brought a striker on and then we conceded, he'd get it in the neck for that as well. So
right, honestly, I feel at the moment, the way things are, he can't win. I mean, it was a very similar situation to the Birmingham game on New Year's Day last year, playing top of the league. They equalise late on. That was the way around it was, wasn't it?
Yes, I think it was.
Yeah, because I was listening to it in a Dunkin' Donuts car park in Jacksonville, so you know, it's memory is fuzzy. But you know, like we all walked away from it saying, "Oh well, you know, they're top of the league. They're newly relegated. It's, you know, it is what it is. They've got a lot of quality in the team." And so some of me felt a little bit like that yesterday. I know that was not a popular reaction, and I absolutely understand the sentiment that we were like we've been winning, if you like, for the vast majority of the game, and the race part is ridiculous as well in terms of that gap. And when you look at it like that, there is no reason at all that we should have walked away from it with anything less than 3 points. But I think you're right. If he'd have put strikers on and we conceded, we'd be having exactly the same conversation.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it really puts me off wanting to be a football manager. So it's a shame I've just dropped 50 odd quid on the pre-order for the new one, isn't it, really?
I need someone to tell me what, like, operate. I've done some research. I kind of know what level of operating system I need. And I am coming round to the idea of this, largely just because I like buying new stuff. It's the dopamine thing.
Yep.
And yeah, I want to like personalize my laptop because I'm going to have to buy something to play this on. I'm going to personalize my laptop with my like own football team's like crest and, you know, stuff like
Excellent. That. Well, what I'll do, I'll find out what specs my laptop are. My laptop is, and I will send that to you because
I want it like, you know, cheaper than that. I don't, you know. I'll just, because then I can blame the technology if I'm shit at it.
Yeah.
And the absence of stats bomb, like.
Yeah. Oh, you're not even gonna get to play it. You'll play one game so that the stats get generated, and then you'll just be on the data section for the rest of your life. That'll be it.
Oh my god!
I've done 2 days.
I'm so cool.
Right, we've put it off long enough. We should talk about the moment. So,
Well, yeah.
Prior to that, after some very poor some uncharacteristically poor kicking, he basically gave them a goal throw in our half, keeping the pressure on. So when the ball eventually comes in, now it's not all on him. Up until then, sublime Bradley Hills had
He was
quite
very
clearly
good.
lost his one. He was very good. He
Everyone
loved
was
that.
very good, actually. And like, if we stop the game at 95 minutes,
Yeah.
or 90 or whenever, I said to Dan, like, who's your man of the match? Like, don't know. I'd actually
They could have
find it
named
hard.
anyone from man of the match, and I'd have been fine with it.
Like, I can't remember who he said he'd go with. I was in the Ben Osborne camp, largely just because of the amount of playmate. I mean, Ollie Norwood is Ollie Norwood. We're kind of used to it at this point. But Ben Osborne on that left side was really creating space and opportunities, and you can see it on the passing network.
It'll be very exciting to see him in his actual position, won't it?
I mean,
who needs actual position? Dan Malt suggests Ethan Pye as well. Ethan Pye was a very good shot.
Ethan Pye was who Dan chose, actually, as his man of the match. Yeah. Anyway, right, go on. Right. So we've chosen our man of the match. We're winning 1-0. And then
everything, all is well with the world. Everything's going to be okay forever. And then the cross comes in. I don't think it's the fact that he's not come for it. So I'm going to use phrases like come for it and not come for it. In reality, he did neither. That was the issue. The issue was that he went to come for it and then changed his mind. If he stays on his line, that header's straight at him.
Yeah.
If he comes out, well, by rights, if he comes out, there's no reason for him not to get that because he's 6'8". Which brings me on to something else that's really boiling my piss at the moment, Hannah. Because there's a lot of Corey Adai debate online and in person. And people will always say, they'll use his height and say, oh, he should be commanding his area. I agree with them. But it's the fact they go, oh, he's 6'3", he should be catching that. Oh, he's 6'6", he should be catching. Everyone's got a different height for him.
I mean, yeah,
it's mad. It's absolutely mad. So for the avoidance of doubt, he's 6'8". For those of you who've met me in person, that's 4 inches taller than me. So I'm just a frame of reference for people. That's a bit. Yeah. That wasn't so much the height of pedantry, more the pedantry of height. There's a sentence that's never been said before.
He is a very tall man, and I know it doesn't affect his ability to catch a ball, but in terms of presence, his hairstyle makes it's like an optical illusion to make him appear taller. And I'm sure it's intentional. There's got to be psychology around it, because as a presence in the, in the same way that Ben's physical presence, I always think he's bigger than he is, as in wider. He's not at all, but it's taking up space thing, isn't it? I, having watched it back multiple times, I have some sympathy for him. He's in another situation where, a little bit like at Plymouth, he has got Hills and Alowu who are on the man, except they're not. Like, he comes out. I don't know. I mean, and I know Charlie said about the kind of, his job is like, it's the clash with the striker. He needs to be man on man.
Yeah.
I can also see why he didn't. And I think none of us and I know it's his job, and But I also really strongly suspect, like having watched him for, you know, the 1 and a bit years with us and before at Crawley, his natural tendency is to be nowhere near that line. He
Yeah.
used to terrify me watching him. And I really do wonder whether he is effectively acting on instructions. And you know, he can't win. It's that, like, right, you stay on your line, you don't move. Like, oh, what the fuck are you doing out there? Get back! Like, I'm honestly really puzzled by it, because it's very much not his now, or certainly not his previous style as a goalkeeper. And he doesn't, you know, and this is kind of my issue with a lot of the stuff that's being said on social media. He is active on social media. You know, the booing is bad enough, but at least it is collective, and it doesn't normally, unfortunately, it's not something we see very often, but it's not aimed at one person. Whereas, you know, people intentionally going on Courier Dye's social
So
media
weird.
to attack, like, I mean, some of the things that were said have been genuinely awful. And I just feel like it's not, he's like, I have honestly have no words. And I've tried, I don't like, I hate confrontation. I don't like wading in on things. And today it felt like one of those where you kind of, because he can't say anything, bless him.
No.
Like, he can't defend himself. And, you know, when he was at Crawley, he did. You know, he would absolutely kind of back himself against fans. He'd try and explain. You know, he's in a similar situation where the defense were a little bit leaky and letting too many shots through. Yeah, I think it is really, really hard to be a professional sports person in any game. But I think to be a goalkeeper is particularly, because it's really easy to blame him for an error in the 97th minute, when, you know, 1 minute before we have 3 points and then we have one. But I think there are bigger issues.
Yeah, there's the suggestion that changing goalkeeper would be the answer to all our problems, and I don't think anything could be further from the truth. That's not to say I'd be opposed to Ben getting a run, but at the same time, Ben's not going to be putting away the chances that we've been missing. Ben's not going to be putting crosses in for the players we've got who like to attack crosses. He's not going to offer a bit of pace on the counter. So it's just one small part of what's going wrong, really.
And Ben, you know, we've seen Ben play this season, and I don't think he's necessarily covered himself with glory either. So it's not, I don't think it's a situation where we should be, you know, summoning Max Metcalf. Like, absolutely
No.
not. But I don't think that Ben is necessarily going to be the change maker that people hope or expect.
Yeah, I'm just giving up trying to second guess any selection things now at all. It's just see what happens at 1:45 on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Anything else on yesterday? How was the ox cheek?
It was nice. It was just really filling. So it was. I'm so responsible and wholesome that my tactics, I very much flew in the face of eating is cheating, and actively stole someone else's bread so that I could make sure. That's why I didn't have any bread to bring out to Laura, because we were working on a bread deficit.
People are going to be like, who's this woman Nick's bringing to the football who has to have bread stolen for her? People are wondering what sort of operation I'm running here.
It was a ham hock terrine, which was really nice. I think I've had that before. And then the main was
ham hock terrine. I'm going to keep on dancing at the ham hock terrine. For everything.
It was Sean Connolly was in there.
He was, yeah.
Just nice. And then at the end there was Joseph Alowu was obviously man of the match.
Lovely boy.
And there was also SK3 TV away sponsored Owen Moxon getting his scan certificate, and Lewis Fiorini, whose first game was against Everton last September, but was just getting it now because he'd obviously gone out on loan, and they've realised that he never had one. And again, for the criticism that gets levelled at him, he seems such a nice young man, such a lovely boy. We've got so many lovely boys.
Lovely boys everywhere. Of course, Lewis Fiorini, if we're carrying on the educational euphemisms for loan spells, he was doing his Erasmus year in Dundee.
Yeah. Ian's asking, it's just an elephant in my room. That's all it is.
That's just it. Talking of elephants in rooms, there's a feature we've not done yet tonight. It is, of course, the Random County non-league goal of the week, as sourced by Chris Eaton, and we're going all the way back to August 2050. God, it's 10 years ago. Oh, don't I feel old? Talking of Everton under 21s, that was Callum Dyson scoring for County in the first game at FC United's Broadhurst Park, which I did co-coms on. There we go. But they didn't put that on the highlights, did they? Boo. Thank you to Chris Eaton for sorting that for us anyway. Is there any other business, Hannah? Is there not a game this Thursday?
Yes. Leighton Orient. No, it's not Leighton Orient. It's under 18s in the Premier League trophy against QPR. Oh, that was my other right. We don't care that QPR beat Wrexham. Beating QPR isn't for everyone.
Oh yeah, I saw a lot of people mentioning that as we came out of the ground yesterday. I was like, did you just see what happened there?
In your own lane. Yeah. So it's a cheap one. It's like, I think it might have been £2 for the kids and £4 or £5 for me. So yeah, it's my Thursday night. If you're not interested in any form of Champions League action that's going on.
Yeah, City are playing on a Thursday night in the Champions League, which is weird. There was a fella in the pop side yesterday with a coat with a massive Man City badge.
I've seen so many pictures of him, like, but at different places as well, like in the queue. Oh, did you hear the thing about the Cardiff fans in the pop side?
Yes, there were a couple. You can see them on I think it's one of the Cardiff fan cam channel type things.
Oh, really?
You can see someone in like block four or five.
It must have been 5 because
there's some in the Cheadle end as well, apparently.
No one that was in like that was with me, like where my seats are, knew anything about it. But it sounds like the stewards didn't deal with it incredibly well. So
Sounds right. Yeah. Well, the stewards have had nothing to do for ages. So
no.
probably the stewards need a pre-season. So this is why there should be more pre-season games.
I saw, I mean, I'm going to make some generalizations now and some kind of assumptions. So a dad getting kicked out in the away end with his son, but his son was using himself as a human shield because obviously they can't touch kids. So like, honestly, it was like some kind of Carry On film because the kid just kept like putting himself that like arms out, like you can't touch me, you can't touch me. And then he moved at some point, and then they got the dad, and yeah. So
not a happy home life, I'd wager.
Know what had happened there, but yeah. Also, I mean, I don't feel like this has happened since maybe Mansfield. Also on I don't know whether it was New Year's Day. It was around New Year, a few years ago. They equalised at the last minute. Similar ridiculous scenes in terms of pitch invasion. Like, have a word with yourselves.
Yeah.
Like 1-1 against, little Stockport County. You're top of the league.
I'm all for it, mate, because it pisses off the right people.
Because you've equalised.
But it pisses off the exact type of people who will happily go on players' Instagram accounts to give them shit. So it's kind of balanced things out in that way. If those people are occupied moaning about that, then a player goes unbothered by at least one or two people, and that's something. I'd
just like to point out the elephant in the room is not to do with Corriedie. Just putting that out there.
No. Just an elephant.
Assumptions made. It's just an elephant. It's nothing.
There's lots of elephants. Some of them are in rooms. Some of them aren't.
Some of them, like, I don't know.
Yeah, don't know. And we may never find out. But we'll be back next week anyway. Find out next week. That's a good way to get people watching, isn't it?
Actually, yeah. I mean, yeah, because they won't hear it from anyone else. And it's an annual. I'm going to save this. Genuinely, I'm gonna put it somewhere because you can bet your life 12 months from now it'll get rolled out again.
Yeah. The yearly elephant in the room.
I might start on the frame with my pen. This is a dry white one, so it'll end up all over me. Writing the date of the elephant bit. And I reckon that over the course of 2 or 3 years. We the elephant will be out. We can set our watch back. The nights get darker, and the elephant.
And we have our annual elephant.
Yeah.
Excellent. I'm looking forward to that. That as a feature can replace the unapproved county Facebook group post of the week, which is now dead. What a shame. Right. That's about it, I reckon, for tonight. So we'll be back next Sunday at 8 p.m. till about this time p.m. I reckon.
Yeah.
That's
good.
You want to, go on.
Well, and I've not. I think I might have scared him off. I say him. It might not be a him. I found the bloody gold digestive ice cream bars. Well, I didn't find them. Lovely SMB found them, and I got them delivered on Friday. On Friday I took the Tesla to Sheffield. Things that preceded unfortunate events. And it turned out that there was nothing actually wrong with the Tesla and it was user error. So when I got back, I was feeling really sorry for myself and really quite cross at the world. And I did an Iceland order, and Deliveroo delivered me some Greg's bake at home.
The good stuff.
But also the gold digestive ice cream bars, which are as good as anticipated. But I wouldn't have I'd already been there, they didn't have them, and yeah, it made me really happy. So I would very much like to say thank you or buy them a drink or whatever.
Yeah, make yourself known.
Yes, please, because I like after the Ferrero, like I thought that we peaked with the Ferrero Rocher, but now I feel like I got an ice cream angel, and
What's going to be next?
I love that for me. Well, no, I just find like some more random ice creams that I get fixated on and be like, right.
Oh well, if we're going to do seasonal food recommendations, like requests, then seeing as winter's in the post, it's around the corner. If someone can recommend to me a selection of hearty soups, that would be nice. And no mushrooms and no seafood. Thank you very much. No, hearty soups.
Oh, hearty soups. Like it's a pizza.
Oh, I don't need recommendations for pizzas. I know my shit when it comes to pizzas.
I was just looking for Vernon because Ian's really concerned about Vernon's whereabouts. I feel Vernon's in one of these boxes somewhere.
He's hibernating.
I've never been to Rudy's, and I'm told that's like good.
Or maybe we'll go for your birthday.
What if I'm not at Neil Warnock?
Well, the week of your birthday, I'm taking you to Rudy's. There we go.
Don't do birthdays, do I?
No, I know, but neither do I. But I did it, so we're doing it. It's happening. Pea and ham soup. Thank you. If there's a particular brand name, Mark Morley, then get it in the comments next time.
Get a soup maker.
I know, but it'll just be one of the other kitchen things that I buy and then use and put them in the cupboard.
No, it's dead good because at Morrison's as well, I bet they do soup mix. They definitely do it at Marks and Spencer's. I think they do it at Iceland. And you just like put it in.
Oh, yeah, they do them. Yeah, it's good.
And it's so like, and then you feel so wholesome because you've made your own soup.
Oh, yeah.
No, Matt. No, it's like a heated blender.
Heated blender. Brilliant. That's
they don't have them in Florida.
That's one of the many phrases I did not expect to get used.
Oh, while Matt's here, you've got about 3 weeks to get your shop order in.
Yeah, can we make shop orders for him to fulfill for us in return?
Well, no, I'll be doing it, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course you will. Yeah. Sorry, my cat just climbed up my leg as I was saying that. So I've had like claws in my chinos. Oh, what a nightmare. Right, let's go. Hannah, say goodbye to all the lovely people.
Bye. I'm sure everyone is a lovely person. Just remember to be lovely.
Be lovely.
That's all I ask. Yeah.
Yeah. Love to your mothers. Bye, everyone.